Welcome to the Own Your Best Life podcast. I'm May Empson, your host, leadership and mindset coach. Here, we talk all things spiritual, mindset, business, leadership, and wellness for the modern seeker who wants to align their life with purpose and inspiration. We'll cover career changes, stress management, meditation, energy, intuition, and more. Each episode holds spiritual and practical tools to help you live a life of your wildest dreams without getting burnt out along the way. Ready to live a life on your own terms? This is the Own Your Best Life podcast. Welcome to episode number 234 of the Own Your Best Life podcast. Let us be honest here. Life doesn't pause just because we don't feel great. And these past couple of years, I have been navigating Lyme disease and the ripple effects that came with it. And I wanted to share what's actually helped me move through those times when I didn't feel like myself. This week's episode is for anyone going through a season of low energy, unpredictable health, or plain exhaustion, the kind where you still have to show up for work, your kids, and everything else. You're not alone, and yes, you can navigate it with some level of grace. A few years back, it was actually probably several years back, I heard that a personal or professional crisis tends to happen every 2 to 3 months. And I remember it was years ago, but I was deep in burnout mode. I was sprinting from one emergency to the next, believing that if I could just push through this one, like this one is the last one, I would finally get a break. But what I learned was that the sprint never ended. I was constantly in fix-it mode, manage mode, and holding things together mode until my body said, we're done. It's enough. And that's when psychosomatic symptoms really started for me. I didn't realize at the time how connected our mind-body was because I thought I could just push through it and that it was mind over matter. And there's so much I learned about burnout and energy along the way that is deeper than just using your body or using your mind. And even after working through that kind of first level of burnout, while I was finding ways to achieve big goals still and stay productive and grounded, I didn't realize that having a chronic illness would then ask me to go even deeper. When I was diagnosed with Lyme in 2023, I couldn't quite connect the dots. I felt a little bit like, isn't that just how it is? I had really good health on the outside in. I was still doing a ton of mindset work, meditation, yoga, spiritual practices. But I also found myself getting sick more often, and I was more tired and less like me. And I wondered, is this just Lyme? Is it hormones? Am I still pushing in ways that I can't see? And it's funny because the first initial thought I had was, wow, if this is me on Lyme, what would I feel like without it? And that's a testament to just having lifestyle practices and a lifestyle that was conducive to just living the best life that I could, given all of the strains and all of the things that we just have going on any given day. And it is never a good time to feel unwell when your life is full, and mine felt very full at the time. And even though it felt really full, suddenly naps were tempting. I never wanted to nap before in my life. And joy felt muted. My energy flatlined. And I remember reading old journal entries, and I caught a glimpse of my old self a version that had endless energy, and I realized that something fundamental had shifted. So, what did I do? I stopped doing as much. I noticed that travel just hit me harder, even though it was still something that I loved. Even travel for the things I loved, like leading retreats or corporate trainings or family events, I felt like I had to lie down more. I had to rest more. I had to listen to my body and watch how my energy felt way more. But here's what that season taught me. It taught me that I didn't need to do more. I needed to receive more. I hired a family assistant. So many of you have been curious about that. I've delegated more to my VA. I've spaced out travel. I got clear on what truly mattered. And for so long, I could just do it all because I had the energy to. And now I had to choose. And in choosing, I became sharper, way more intentional. And from the outside, nothing looked off. I got promoted, my coaching work thrived, my clients were getting results. But internally, I was meeting my own humanity. I was feeling the limits of my own energy. I was realizing that even achievers need to let the wheels slow down before they fall off. It was such an interesting period in my spiritual and in my mental and in my physical life. And that's when I started truly leading differently. I started asking for help more. Still hard, but more. I was letting go of overthinking and perfection because frankly, I didn't have the capacity for it anymore. And that was freeing. And around that time, I also began focusing more on sleep. I was tracking it with wearables, getting the 8 sleep, actually honoring rest instead of treating it like a reward. It was part of my process. And that changed things. I still resisted bedtimes sometimes, and I still resist it sometimes today because there's always more to do. But I finally saw rest as part of the work and not the thing that keeps me from it. And that's why I want to share this episode, because so many of us judge ourselves for being tired, unproductive, or behind, when in reality, our energy just ebbs and flows. Seasons shift, bodies shift, lives shift. Your health is not a determinant of how connected you are spiritually or how good you are doing in life. Sometimes things just happen, and we have to respond to it. And what matters isn't pushing through every season, it's adapting to it, prioritizing what matters most, giving yourself permission to move slower, and you'll find that you're not losing progress, but you're actually deepening it. And this is exactly the kind of work that we do inside Spiritual Achiever Coaching. When we learn how to lead and live in alignment, even when life doesn't go according to plan, that's when we find so much more space for us to actually say yes to things that we might have been scared of. Whether it is wondering if this next job is going to cause burnout again, whether you're making the right career transition next, or can I navigate this next health challenge or personal life thing that I'm going through. We work on the constant doing and that feeling of just like having to prove, and we shift into who am I being? How am I doing this? So that success feels sustainable again, and we start to realize that there's a new way to lead. And so much of it is just going through life, but also understanding yourself as you go through life. So if you're in a season of pushing, or if you are ready to find a new rhythm that honors your energy, your purpose, your growth where you are right now, this is your sign. You don't have to do it all alone. You get to receive, you get to get help. You can learn more or book a call with me at mayempson.com/contact. I would love to walk you through your next chapter. And no matter where you are, you have got this. This is not the end. It is just the beginning in the best of ways. I love you, my friends. I hope you have the best week, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks so much for joining us this week on Own Your Best Life. Make sure to subscribe to the show on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts so that you'll never miss a show. And while you're at it, can you please rate and review on iTunes? I would so appreciate it. Share it with a friend, take a screenshot of it, and tag @Empson. This helps continue to get the word out. For more show notes and resources, check out www.mayempson.com. You'll have all the links to everything you heard here today. Thanks so much for listening. It's time to own your best life.